Preludes 14 is finally here, and in this video we will go over everything that arrived, so you can grind out all the latest content. But before we get started, I'd really appreciate it if you hit that like and subscribe button. We are almost on 1,000 subscribers. We go over patch notes, updates, and everything that's got to do with Soulframe, and now with that out the way, let's dive right in. So this new update introduces several exciting additions, including new weapons, fresh armor sets, and a brand new progression path for Orlick, which we'll dive into shortly. First off, we have the brand new Fable called the Wreck of Mestra Carmo. You can start this quest by heading to the shipwreck location on the map along Midrath's coast. Look for the blue ribbon tied to a splintered pole. You'll see an interaction prompt around here. Completing this Fable unlocks the powerful new Duelo Pact, which features 3 distinct abilities. In the courage slot is Flintlock, which fires a single piercing shot from your flintlock pistol that explodes on impact. The spirit slot holds Bravada, an ability that boosts your ally's highest virtue while slowing enemies in range. Finally, the grace slot contains Duelo, which grants your attacks a chance to cause bleeding after a perfect dodge, and also spawns a ghostly decoy that mirrors your movements. Simply finishing the Fable gives you access to the Duelo Pact fragment, but you'll still need to gather the required materials to fully craft and equip it. Next up is the brand new armor set called Mestra's Uniform. You can farm this gear by equipping the Duelo ribbon that you receive upon completing the Wreck of Mestra Carmo Fable, so you'll only be able to start farming it once the quest is finished. I'll drop a link to a full quest guide in the description if you need help with it. Also, once this Fable is completed, it unlocks a new weapon called Navalha, which is a new rapier-type weapon. Next is the new Orlick progression system. Orlick is one of the first ancestors you meet in the game, and with this update, you can now level up his sanctuary. You do this by completing sagas in the Nightfold. By helping him with his research, you learn more about the world of Alka. You'll improve your spectral sight so it can see farther and clearer, get better at studying Ode, corrupted creatures, and the local wildlife, and also become better at charming creatures, since some are attracted to the envoy's wisdom. And this progression system lets you discover more about your own ancestral heritage. So as you earn his favor and his studies get deeper, you'll unlock a special fable about his past and help him write his biography. He still has a lot of unfinished business, so the devs also fixed up the journal, making it way easier to keep track of all your tasks and achievements. Now, we also got another armor set called Pensive, which can be acquired by completing the chapters in Orlick's Sanctuary, so there's some good rewards for doing so. Now, this is a big content update because the devs added a brand new siege tower to the game. I played through it, and it's honestly really good. This ancient siege tower has stood on the edge of the northern cliffs for 1,000 years. No rise or fall of kingdoms, no waves of Ode, and not even the crashing ocean waves could bring it down. Its walls were blessed long ago by the Fey Empress herself, during a rare meeting with the Midrathian Queen Finguala. You get to infiltrate its hidden depths, climb up, and fight Odin conductors and these powerful battlecasters who control the castle's defenses and summon enemies. Your goal is to disrupt their rituals and discover what's hiding at the very heart of the keep. You can find this siege at the very top of the map. When you finish completing this siege, you will unlock fragments for this new weapon called the Curved Cutlass of the Old Mestre, and you will also receive fragments for another new staff weapon called the Silastarve. Another big addition in this update is the fallen Ode Skytowers. These are dungeon-style instances you can explore. It's described like this: an Ode Skytower that has fallen from grace. Corruption is spreading through its ruins, and strange creatures from distant stars are crawling out of it. They scuttle from pools of ichor and squirm out of old constellation maps. Only a wise scholar could figure out what this tower was originally built for. Maybe it's time to put on your cloak and find out. In Preludes 14, you get a preview of these fallen Ode Skytowers. You'll explore broken pieces of these ruined strongholds where corruption has taken over. You'll face new threats hiding in the stone and ruins, and you might even run into a brand new enemy, the Rovgot Wyrm. This corrupted creature burrows underground, writhes around, and strikes from below. It's unpredictable, relentless, and twists across the battlefield chasing its prey. This guy is a tough fight, and when you manage to take him down, he drops the brand new weapon called Cenotaph. It looks pretty cool and should be a nice addition to your arsenal. You can also farm fragments for another new weapon set in the same dungeon, a sword and shield combo called Like Wake. To get those fragments, you need to defeat the medicant enemies that spawn throughout the fallen Ode Sky Tower. So the devs also made some really nice improvements to the Tails and Votive system, which makes Sparrow's tails much easier to track, accept, and manage throughout your journey. Now you can accept multiple tails from world trees at the same time. There's a new abandon button in your journal, so you can drop a tale if you change your mind, and you can preview the full path of a tale before you accept the votive. Some special votives can now be picked up directly from world trees, and tales that end in dungeons give you bonus XP when you finish them. Also, the Agari you find inside dungeons now count toward completing your tales, and you can even check the refresh timers right there at the world trees. Overall, it feels way smoother and less annoying to handle your tales now. The devs also updated the Mockeries to make them more dangerous and smarter in combat. They now have better AI and improved behaviors. Escaping their grapples is now a reaction-based minigame instead of the previous. And also, now Soul Steel feels more responsive. Armored Mockery attack combos are also smoother and easier to read. And there's more anticipation before their attack, so parrying is much better. Mockery husks can now be damaged before they pop out and trap you. They also fixed a few bugs like armored Mockeries not showing their armor properly and not enough husks spawning. Now for pack changes, Garen root got tweaked. Sap no longer does double damage on Agari, and Behest now properly alerts enemies when it hits them. In combat changes, you can now charge your sprinting heavy attacks, and casting heavy attacks do more damage. Great Swords got some nice combo updates, such as the light sprint attack now flows into the first light combo attack, the dodge attack connects to the fourth light combo attack, and the dodge attack is faster and more responsive. Flyblades no longer have a perfect throw window because of rune changes. Now, let's talk about the rune changes. This one feels a bit weird right now, and I honestly hope the devs tweak or improve it soon. The idea is to emblazon your strength in one mighty swing. So runes have been completely reworked into a new charge-based system that focuses on timing, choice, and powerful strikes. Runes now only activate when you land a fully charged heavy attack with a melee or casting weapon, or a fully charged shot with your bow. When you smite an enemy, you store a rune charge and then you can unleash it whenever you want. Runes now work as either a single powerful attack or as a short duration effect. Single attack runes use up one charge right away, while timed runes slowly spend the charge over time. Your rune's rank now decides how many charges you can hold, with up to 4 charges at max rank. The Smite Charge UI has been updated with segments so you can clearly see how many charges your rune can store, and lower level runes will show shaded out segments. Also, stronger elite enemies like bannerets now give you 2 charges when you smite them. We also have a bunch of smaller additions and quality of life improvements in this update. So, the Organ Tower that used to be near Comer's Lev has been moved north, just south of Skelfies, and the area around it looks nicer now. Avocot in Sparrow's Tails now spawns much closer to you and is properly tracked on both the compass and the Sparrow Guide. The Crypt of the Circade has been added to 2-star Sparrow's Tails instead of only 3-star ones. Dungeon Agari now count toward your Sparrow's Tails. There's new visual effects on the Pact Upgrade UI so you can clearly see when you have skill points to spend. The Party HUD has been updated to better show everyone's names, status, and motifs. Faction Favor is now displayed more accurately toward your next rank up. Nimrod can no longer be targeted while he's in the air doing his voltaic slam, but he can now be smited. They also made the grid icons in Verminia's UI smaller, improved the look of pop-up menus to match the dialogue better, and gave Verminia's UI a nice upgrade. You can now reset colors for each equipment piece individually, and the hues in each palette are more distinct, so you have way more color options. They added more Sparrow's Tail tasks like defeating Mendicant Knights or Mockeries, added extra environmental triggers around the map, such as fire damage at Odin bonfires, added a show-crafted toggle in Tuvalcain's menu to easily see what you haven't crafted yet, changed the back button to exit, made the Enclave standing option the first choice when talking to representatives, added an exit button to Regatta, added a hold to confirm prompt when picking your starting pack to avoid accidents, and updated the petting animations for the beaver, hare, and squirrel totems. The collector can now be started by shooting down a floating crate, and dialogue menus got a nicer stylization. Tend the Harvest now has more pickups available. And finally, with Preludes 14, any XP you earned from the old Fable Pact, which has now evolved into Siren and Oselda, will be removed from accounts. But don't worry, there's plenty of new equipment and content to help you earn that XP back quickly. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much everything that arrived with Preludes 14. So if you found this info at all insightful, hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one.